Hey, I know you missed the last part of my last video, and you're eager to watch another uh, video. I don't know if I worded that right, but whatever. My last video, I cut it off too early, so I'm gonna include the last part of the last video in this video. Uh, so basically, I forgot to tell you. Probably nobody's ever gonna see this that watched the previous video, but whatever. Um, so I forgot to put the output. Should give me the output when I step on
Bruh.
it. There we go. It says ugly.
Bruh.
Now when I click
Bruh.
it, it says boopy boopy right there.
Bruh.
What the heck is it saying there? Oh my god.
Bruh.
WDAWOD. That's weird. Anyway, this is another tutorial. I'm on the grind for real, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna, yeah, okay, it does, yeah, it does do that, okay. Oh, it puts the space by default. I did not know that. Well, oh well, I guess now I know, because I only recently found out you could do this. This back quote thing. Anyway, my new video is how to make it so you can collide with a part, not collide, touch a part and make an event fire without any bugs. So I'm just gonna start this whole section over again. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. I'm gonna do it all over again. So, in order to start, we're gonna do brought part touch connect. Now, this right here, what should I call it? Hit, I guess. Now, this right here is what touched it, and normally it's a part that touches it inside the player. So, in order to check if that is true, I could do local player character, I guess, equals hit.parent. Now I'm gonna do, no, I don't want to do the tuple thing. But player character. So a lot of people when they're doing this kind of stuff, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna do if hit.parent find first child humanoid. No, don't do that. What you should be doing is going to players, if players, oh yeah, I forgot, the game.players get player from character. You want this because the player is attached to the character. So you want to do hit.parent here. But I forgot that I wrote a local variable, so I'm such an idiot. There we go. So you want to check if the player's if the player is attached to this character. And if the player is attached to this character, you also want to check if the humanoid.health is above 0, because there will be times where say the character dies right next to this. Let me bring in my beautiful avatar. Let's go right here. Waddle, I guess. Well, waddle. I'm going over here and uh-oh, I died. And my head goes right here and it's touching the part. Why am I so amused by this? I go, and I fall over and I touch this part after I die. That's a big no-no, because say you're doing something like an hobby, and the character, you don't want the character to be able to touch this when they die. Say it's a checkpoint. Let's just imagine that's a checkpoint. Wow, great checkpoint. Ooh, wow. And the player dies. If they touch that and they're dead, it's gonna claim the checkpoint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna do a local humanoid equals player character find first child, which is a. Now there's a difference between these two. Which is a class type. So it would be this right here is a model, this right here is part. So I do which is a instead of find first child, because find first child is a name of the part. The reason you don't want to do find first child is because sometimes there's going to be scripts that name the humanoid something else. So you want to also check for that. So here, find first child, which is a, and because I'm getting the class, I'm gonna do humanoid. I don't know why I type class. I'm a weirdo, but here we go. That's a humanoid. Now, because I'm making this local variable, I should check if it exists. So, if humanoid, I could do this if I was an idiot. No offense to anyone who does this. I'm just calling you an idiot for no reason. You're not an idiot. I'm just saying that. If humanoid, then you do whatever's inside. Man, I'm so awkward. Anyway, you do the humanoid right here. Check if there is a humanoid, and then after that, you want to check. Yeah. So if humanoid dot health is greater than 0. Let's do greater than 0. Oops. Then if humanoid health is greater than 0, then you could do the touch. So you got get player from character. So it goes to the players and it checks if the character exists and it's matched to the character. It checks if the humanoid exists. And then it checks if the humanoid health is 0. Now the reason I don't put and in here, the reason I have a habit of doing it like this instead of putting and humanoid health is because I could give myself room for errors. So if the humanoid is nil, I could do error. Where's my humanoid? Where's my humanoid? And then if the health is greater than 0, cool. But then if the health is less than 0, I could put the thing here. I don't recommend putting an else statement in there because it's not necessary for if the health is greater than, if the health is 0. It's not like it's gonna be a bug or anything, but if humanoid doesn't exist, this is a good idea here. It just gives you more insight as to what happened with the script. That's why I like to put my if statements individualized instead of doing and. It allows me to do stuff like that. So there we go. And then now what I could do is finally play the function, which my last video tells you how to do this stuff. So I'm gonna just type it out. If you really want to know how to do this, minus the first part of this video, you should have been watching the first part of this video. If you're really confused at the end of the last part of the video, yes, I am structured very well. I'm definitely not freaking, whatchamacallit. I'm not disorganized. Please don't accuse me of that. Well, let's just do the base part. Bruh part. Boolean. Let's do true because fun. Actually, no, I'm gonna do false because I had it false to begin with. Let's just do the number I had before. So now, because I've had all these if statements, it's not gonna be laggy at all. However, I forgot to do this. I need to do this. And I haven't done this. I need to do debounce, which I'm gonna make a whole video on how to do that after. Because a lot of people really want that to be an individual video, I think. My brain tells me people want that, so my brain will do that. Anyway, I'm gonna put if the deb equal, if not deb, actually. If not deb, then play sound. Deb, if not deb, deb equals true. Now, this allows me to play the sound only once, because the debounce prevents it from bouncing, I guess. Like, it just, when you're touching a part, it's gonna spam it unless you have debounce on. It's pretty simple. Sounds complicated, but it's really simple. It's just that variable and an if statement. So play sound, then wait let's just do 1 second. Deb equals false. Now, a lot of people like to do true from the beginning. Excuse me. But please don't. It's gonna bother the crap out of me. I just don't understand why people do true here. Is debounce on when you're touching before you touch something in a game? No. So why would it be true? So I have it false here, because it's like debounce. You can replace this with is touching part. In fact, I'm gonna do that. Is touching. Like it's basically in coherence, or whatever word I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use coherence for, even though it's the wrong word, on purpose. But it's touching. You could replace debounce with that, and that basically explains why I don't like to put this as true by default. Like, is touching is true. No, I'm not touching it. So why is it true? So that's I'm explaining too much. I want my money, even though I'm not monetized. So I'm gonna try to keep as much of that info out. So basically that, yeah. Man, this video is too long. Anyway, it should work the way it did before in the last video. It's just this time it will check if my player's above the health.
Bruh.
Yeah, there we go. It says
Bruh.
I'm ugly. Man, I am so mean
Bruh.
to myself. But you see that? It says bruh. Now when I die, I hope this... Oh yeah, there you go. I touched the part, but it didn't go off. You see that? I reset again. That was a bad example. Well, the first example was brilliant.
Bruh.
Bruh. Yeah, you see my arm is yeah, my arm is touching that. But if I didn't add that if statement, it would have God, that sound really threw me off. it would have played this sound if I didn't add that if statement, basically. Anyway, that's it for the video.